Hey everyone, welcome to Kita's to Resistance Book Club. My name is Kita, and this here will be AAPI Action and Adventure Book Recs. Okay, so last year, and there is one for this year that I did a review for. I just wanted to represent and celebrate AAPI. So, let's say happy AAPI month to all the authors that is so talented with with their writing, with sharing their wonderful stories. And one of the greatest things last year is that I literally was just so blessed and pleased with reading some of the books that actually had action and adventure in them. And I was just so happy to have read these. Um, so let's get started without further ado, and in no particular order. Okay, so as you can see, I have my books here. So the first thing is The Stardust Thief, and I read this last year in the summertime. Um, this here is written by Chelsea Abdullah, and the narration time, the listening time is 15 hours and 38 minutes. This here is narrated by Nikki Masood, Sean Rohani, and Rasha Samamiri. I hope I pronounced that right. So the synopsis is Luali Al-Nazari, is the midnight merchant, a criminal who, with the help of her jinn bodyguard, hunts and sells illegal magic. When she saves the life of a cowardly priest, what is going on with me today? Of a cowardly prince. She draws the attention of his powerful father, the Sultan, who blackmails her into finding an ancient lamp that has the power to revive the barren land at the cost of sacrificing all jinn. With no choice but to obey or be executed, Lulai, I believe it's Lulai, journeys with the Sultan's oldest son to find the artifact. Aided by her bodyguard, who has secrets of his own, they must survive ghoul attacks, outwit a vengeful Jinn Queen, and confront a malicious killer from Lulai's past. And and in a world where story is reality and illusion is truth, Lulai will discover that everything, her enemy, her magic, even her own past, is not what it seems, and she must decide who she will become in this new reality. And this here is actually a series. Um, it seems to be that it's going to be a trilogy, the Sand Sea trilogy. This one definitely had came out last year, and I was nice. So great that Book of the Month was able to have this. I went ahead and read it, and I did not listen to this. I actually just read it through. It took me a minute because I read slow, so what can I do? But it was such a good action adventure story, like the journey. It had the feel of like the Scorpion King, with The Rock. Like the Persian Prince, I believe that's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal. Like all of those combined in this whole tale. I love Lulai. I love the Prince, but my favorite character in this is, oh God, I love her, Aisha. Aisha is she is not to be messed with, honey. That is you F around and find out, you gonna F around and find out hard. She takes she no, not even takes, she just gives zero F's at this point. But she can fight. She's so good at what she does, which is one of the reasons why she's like the right hand to the prince, the older son of the prince. And just her banter between the two, Lulai and the prince, is just hilarious. It was fun. I love that there is no spice. There is sort of a romance, but one of the things that I do love when it comes to AAPI authors is that they are not really Russian romance, because that's not literally like within their culture to be doing that. And I love that. So this here is definitely the slow burn of a romance, and let's keep it that way. Didn't kiss or nothing, but you can definitely tell like they are feeling each other. It's just, they just taking their time, and I love that. Very sweet, very, not in your face and not shoving it down your throats type of thing. It's like literally playing out on TV, for us to see. And I love that. But Aisha, whew, honey, she is killing it. I love her. I love her, I love her, I love her. So yeah, this here is definitely worth the read. Next one I have is Dragonfruit. So this one here, I'm not going to really talk too much about it because I already did a review on it. So I will put the card up for you so you can check it out. But this one here, you are following Hanale, and she is also on a journey to kind of help save her community, I want to say, and her family mainly, due to her finding the dragon egg. And did not love it, but I did like it. I like the adventure. This one here I did listen to, but again, I'll leave it up top. I don't want to talk too much about it because everything is in that video. Next one. This one here is like my whole 5-star read. It's my whole 5-star read. The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by S.A. Chakrabarti. It's a 5-star. It's a 5-star. I don't even care. I don't even care. Just read it. Listen to this book. It's so effing good. Oh my god. I don't even know where to go because I love this book so much. And on top of that, you know what? Let me just say this. I went ahead and found this copy, thankfully, by a booktuber. She follows all of us. We're all in a Discord, and we was talking about this book. Her name is Elin, but I believe her handle is Lunacia Books or something like that. She said, yeah, if you want the cover, this particular cover is at Blackwell, the UK. And I said, okay. So I went in there, did my research, looked it up. So I was expecting to pay a fee, everything. But they didn't have to. It just shipped it to me. And here we are. And this is the one that I wanted. Now, it doesn't have any spray edges or anything, and that is fine. I just wanted the cover because I like this more than I like the original. Now, I do have the original book, but I went ahead and gave that to my mom, so she has that has the other cover. But this here is the UK cover of it, and oh my god, see, has the map, everything in the back, and you don't feel anything. It's a smooth cover, so it's very, very, very beautiful. Okay, so with that being said, this here is about a middle-aged woman. Her name is Amina Al-Sarafi, and after her storied and scandalous career as one of the Indian Ocean's most notorious pirates, she's survived backstabbing rogues, vengeful merchant princes, several husbands, and one actual demon to retire peacefully with her family to a life of piety, motherhood, and absolutely nothing that hints of the supernatural. But when she's tracked down by the obscenely wealthy mother of a former crewman, she's offered a job no bandit could refuse. Retrieve her comrade's kidnapped daughter for a kingly sum, the chance to have one last adventure with her crew, do right by an old friend, and win a fortune that will secure her family's fortune forever. Seems like an obvious choice that it. Sorry. Seems like an obvious choice that it must be God's will. Yet the deeper Amina dives, the more it becomes alarmingly clear there's more to this job and the girl's disappearance that she was led to believe. For there's always risk in wanting to become a legend, to seize one last chance at glory, to savor just a bit more power, and the price might be your very soul. So, with that being said, the listening time is 16 hours and 59 minutes. This here is narrated by Lamis Isaac and Amin El Gamal. This here was so good as an audio listen that the audio was just everything. This here had me laughing. It had me going. Like, I was so dying to like figure out what was gonna happen. And it's such a great pirate story of a woman protagonist. And also not only that, but also a middle age who's like retired and trying to just, be a mom, and also be a daughter to her own mom. So everything was so good with this. Please, if you haven't read it, please read this. But most of all, listen to it because it's even more fun. Next up, I have is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. All right, so this one here is definitely another action adventure. The like I said is by Chloe Long. The listening hours is 12 hours and 8 minutes and is narrated by Gina Yi. This one here is every year, thousands in the kingdom of talent flock to its capital twin cities, San Air, where the palace hosts a set of games. For those confident enough in their ability to jump between bodies, competitors across San Air fight to the death to win unimaginable riches. Princess Kala Talimi lurks in hiding. 5 years ago, a massacre killed her parents and left the palace of empty, and she was the one who did it. Before King Kasa's forces in the sand can catch her, she plans to finish the job and bring down the monarchy. Her reclusive uncle always greets the victor of the games, so if she wins, she finally gets her opportunity to kill him. Enter Anton Makusa, an exiled aristocrat. His childhood love has lain in a coma since they were both ousted from the palace, and he's deep in debt trying to keep her alive. Thankfully, he's one of the best jumpers in the kingdom, flitting from body to body at will. His last chance at saving her is entering the games and winning. Kala finds both an unexpected alliance with Anton and help from King Kasa's adopted son, August, who wants to mend Talon's ills. But the three of them have very different goals, even as Kala and Anton's partnership spirals into something all consuming. Before the games close, Kala must decide what she's playing for, her lover or her kingdom. This one here was actually pretty good. Wasn't really the best. This was literally like my first introduction into Chloe Gong. But I did listen to it. It definitely has the action and adventure, literally like starting off the bat. Like it's literally middle beginning, but then when we get to the end, it just slowed down. But I get the reasoning for slowing down because of what happened in the first two acts. Um, I don't know. I felt like I'm missing something, but I did see that this here is a series. So, with that being said, I am interested in seeing what the second book is going to be. This here, the series is called Flesh and False Gods. Um, and it looks like it's going to be called Vilest Things, and it's coming out September 10th, 2024. So that's coming out this year. So, with that being said, I am interested. I will most likely get it. If it's a part of the book of the month, I will probably get that and just see how it is. This definitely has the potential because I love the jumping from body to body thing. I love the wittiness and somewhat of the banter between Kala and Anton. I thought that was pretty cool. It's just when we got to the end, I don't know. In between two, I was just like something in there. It's not giving me the oomph, but it is still good. It is still good. So this here is definitely another recommendation for people that loves that supernatural, love the jumping from body to body thing, and also the culture, the Asian culture overall. All right, so that actually concludes all of the AAPI Action and Adventure book recs. If you're ever interested, just please go out and support. Now, this one here is not a part of AAPI. This is actually a Spanish author, but it also has action and adventure in it. So I figured why not include it in it. So just bear but What the River Knows, and this here is by Isabel Ibanez. Um, I read this, I believe, at the beginning of this year. This here, the listening time is 16 hours and 36 minutes. It is narrated by Ahmed Hamad and Anna Osario. It looks like this is definitely a series. It did play off as a series. Oh, actually, a duology. So there's a second one coming. It's like The Mummy and Death on the Nile, for sure. It definitely has that feel. Bolivian Argentinian Inez Olivier belongs to the glittering upper society of 19th century Buenos Aires, and like the rest of the world, the town is steeped in old world magic that's been largely left behind or forgotten. Inez has everything a girl might want, except for the one thing she yearns the most: her globe-trotting parents, who frequently leave her behind. When she receives word of their tragic deaths, Inez inherits their massive fortune and a mysterious guardian, an archaeologist in partnership with his Egyptian brother in law. Yearning for answers, Inez sails to Cairo, bringing her sketch pads and a golden ring her father sent to her for safekeeping before he died. But upon her arrival, the old world magic tethered to the ring pulls her down a path where she soon discovers there's more to her parents' disappearance than what her guardian led her to believe. With her guardian's infuriatingly handsome assistant thwarting her at every turn, Inez must rely on ancient magic to uncover the truth about her parents' disappearance, or risk becoming a pawn in a larger game that will kill her. Yeah, this one here was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad at all. I love the fantasy thing. It's historical fantasy, to be honest, and I love historical fantasy because clearly, look at those that I have mentioned earlier. So, definitely has the action and adventure in it, and it also has definitely the. It's sort of like a YA vibes, the young adult, maybe like early adolescence type of feel to it. The next one, the second book, is coming out in November 12th, 2024. That one is called Where the Library Hides. Honey, anytime you say library, I'm here for it. So I definitely want to read that when it comes out. But this here, I thought I'd put it in there because it all literally have the same feels as all the other books that I have read. But yeah, so good. Now, let me know in the comment sections if thinking about reading any one of them. If you have read them, just let me know down at the bottom how you like them. If you don't particularly care for, if it's not your cup of tea of historical fantasy. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you in the next video. This is the way. Peace.